Wild thing. Joe Isaac, I represent the NDE, the spirit of it. And I'm stepping in the hood. Gonna get some coffee real quick. Just woke up and shit. Wild thing. Wah, wah, wah. Yo, life is crazy. Guys, first let me show you this man garden. This is what most of us need to do. You know what I mean? Plant what you gotta eat. You know what I mean? That's what most of us should do. Plant what we could eat. Look at them scallions. Look at the scallions. Look at them. I'm like, wow. You got beets and scallions there. He went berserk. Yeah, I like that. What's good, YouTube? I'm outside. So I had an event the other day. And at the gathering of the fucking event, there's mostly females there. And what they was saying, they played this Cardi B song. I think it's Cardi B. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Outside, right? Nigga, I'm outside though. So I'm like, shit, they talking shit. I ain't been outside in like a month. I've been outside, but just ain't been posted in like a month. And you know the streets talk. The streets talk. So they had to drop that one on me, like, nigga, come outside. But it's because it's because like where I normally be outside, they'll see me right there. The reason why they don't see me right there is because police got involved. And in order to see me right there, I got to put a hole in that man. And I ain't intending to do that, so, you know what I mean? And plus, like, you see how quiet it is? You see how much nicer it is? Down in the hood, a jungle. It's a jungle. It's constantly an animal acting out. In the hood, it's a jungle. Hi. But I'm here, I'm outside. They playing that Cardi B song saying I ain't outside. I'm outside though. Just gonna get me some coffee, but I'm gonna be outside. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta give a nigga a break though. This is how some men can't even save themselves, because y'all always want us outside. If we really about it, you want us outside all the time. You don't want us inside. You don't want us doing nothing to better ourselves. But I'm gonna tell you all about depression, man. Don't let it get you. Don't let it get you. One time for years, I had this big face on my face. There's a fucking face on my face. A big lymphoid. Alright? I'm a handsome man, right? I got nice cheekbones and everything. I had a big lump right here. You can see the brown spot from it right here. I had to walk around with this lump for years on my face. I talked to the baddest of females, everybody. But what I noticed during that time is that when I'm speaking to people, they were speaking to the lump on my face. They weren't talking to me. They weren't looking at me. They were looking at the lump on my face. So what happened was I felt a sense of what they call depression in the beginning parts of it. And I didn't let that come in. I'm like, this is what I went to the hospital and everything. They was like, you need surgery, all this bullshit. I tell you about spirituality, man, it's real. So, you know, for years I had to live with this shit on my face, and it was horrible. Look, I'm ashamed of my nails, y'all, but I be doing a lot of hard work and shit, and I haven't had time to slow down or do nothing. But so this thing was on my face, and everyone saw it, and it was like, oh. And of course that will make someone depressed or insecure. But what happened to me was the reverse. For some reason, I just embraced that who I am is what I am representing, is what represents me. And man, let me tell you, the amount of fly girls that spoke to me and I've been with, and the lump was on my face. So this confidence is real. You feel me? But there were points where I felt if I allowed it, depression would have came in and I would have been chopped down. I would have been like, if I was green grass, I'd have been brown grass after that. But I didn't allow the depression to take over. I embraced it, and everywhere I went, I'm on camera, I'm in event videos, all kinds of stuff with this big ass lump on my face. You know, I sometimes try to remind the world, y'all remember the face that was on my face? I confidently took pictures, and that boosted something. And I think when the ladies saw that, and they didn't see me hold my head down, and didn't see me think less of myself, I think that turned them on, and they started to look away from that, like, who are you? What's up with you? What can you do? What are you doing? Type shit. You feel me? In real life, my baby mama, that's the only thing I'm gonna salute her for. Ha! Because she was a bad girl. She's a very beautiful girl, a sexy girl, but while we were together, I had that lump on my face, man. So Shorty had to kiss me with the lump on my face. Shorty had to go to sleep, lump on my face. Wake up, lump on my face. When I'm mad, lump on my face. When I'm happy, lump on my face. So big up to you for that part. Just that part. You know what I mean? Because that shows that we did have a thing. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, like, don't let depression get the best of you ever, because it's never going to let you rise up once it comes in. Because that alone, this was on my face. You see the face of someone before you see anything else, really. And I had to go all over this country, all over this freaking place, and everyone saw this lump. Before they saw me, they saw the lump. When they met me, then they forgot about the lump. You see, so stay up, man, and stay prayed up and stuff. And depression is a real thing. And if someone next to you could be going through things you never. I've been paying attention to this one person. It's almost like they're trying to say that they're gonna check out soon. And I'm just like, nah. So I start talking to them more. I see they start coming outside more, this and the third. It's like, you never know what someone is going through out there. So check in with your people. Check in with them and don't just ask. You know what I'm saying? Investigate. Because someone will answer you for what you need to hear or want to hear. But investigate. Because I could remember going in the house after the whole day was over, and I look in the mirror and I see the lump. And I saw me before the lump, though. One day, I'm at a store just like this, just like right now. I'm at a store, right? I see this lady come out. She looked like a spiritual person, like, you know, a dark person. So she comes up to me. She's like, "What's that doing on your face? Did I need to get off your face?" Now, she's the only one out of years that approached me like this, right down the street. And she's like, "I know how to get that off your face." I was like, "Oh, yeah?" But she was aggressive, you know, like if she was the only one, but she was aggressive about it. She didn't care about my feelings. You dig? And I'm like, okay. And she told me, all right, boom, 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 you got to go get this. She went up to New Jersey, which is far from here, and got it for me. Saw me again. This is a stranger. Gave it to me. I started trying it. A month go by. I see something is happening, but nothing ain't happening. So I'm like, okay, and that's the initiative, to take the initiative to start working towards this. They said you have to go through surgery, all this shit. That's all bullshit they be telling us. Well, I did what the lady told me to do. You understand what I'm saying? I did what the lady told me to do, and in a month or so, the lymph node was off my face. Off my face. You dig? But I remember how depression tried to creep in on me. I remember how depression tried to come in and take over my system, take over my mind. I wouldn't let it. If that lump was going to be there permanently, I'd have to live with it. So I said, you know what? It's only the real ones that's going to register. Only the real ones that's going to come close. Only the real ones. Only the people who are compassionate, caring, understanding, forgiving, merciful, all of that. Only them will come close. Only them will connect, because they're not judging you from your this or anything else, basically. And that's exactly what happened. A lot of real people, wealthy people, rich people, powerful people, no good people came in my life. So never let depression get the best of you. I'm just giving it to you from my real experiences. And that's just a small experience I could give you right now because I'm making the coffee and I want to rush out to go roll up and all that. But stay in a happy vibration. When you're feeling down, go smell good things. Go look at pretty colors. You understand what I'm saying? Watch animals and things of that nature. And speak to the inner being. Speak to the inner being. Don't go speak to the therapist and the psychiatrist. Speak to the inner being. Speak to your heart. Speak to your heart. You're going to find all the answers here. Speak to your heart. You feel what I'm saying? And know that you are tomorrow if you want to make it into it. You feel me? Because God knows there's days I didn't want to come outside. There's days I didn't want to see people. You feel me? But I had to. I had to. And that's what makes life beautiful. The bitter makes up for the sweet. It makes life beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, I forgot to tell y'all to like, comment, share, subscribe. You feel me? Later, I'm out. I'm about to go do gangster shit.